talk. Last night you were talking about how you don't want to hear another Christian say anything about haters.
Right.
Which became a catchphrase in the church.
Yes.
You know, my haters this, my haters that. And you said something real key about how much time we waste and how much energy we expend. Mm-hmm. Well, talk about that for a second.
Well, one of the things I say is we always say we want to be like Jesus, we want to be like Jesus. Jesus gave limited amount of time to haters. He never walked around and said, well, you know, I got these Pharisees and they hating on me, and I got these Sadducees, they hating on me, the Zealots, they don't know what to do, you know, all of that. It's like, no. Jesus said, I must be about my Father's business. Jesus never used more words than he had to.
Wow.
And we need to take that. Mm-hmm. We need to take that to heart. Mm-hmm. He never wasted his words on anything, and everything he said came to pass. Everything he intended came about. He never, and this is what he would do. He would ask folk, well, what do you want? They would scream, Son of God, Son of David, blah, 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 on and on and on.
This is my problem.
Hey, what you want?
Right.
You want to stay with the problem, hang on to it, carry it around like a burden, because it is, or do you want to be free? Because isn't it amazing how many times he said, do you want to be made whole?
Exactly.
Because being made whole first starts with a decision. And that's what a lot of us do not do. We do not start with the right decision.
Wow.
We start with what cousin so-and-so and uncle so-and-so says, and then we develop our personalities and who we are according to that. Hey, what do you want? What do you want?
Now, let me stop you for a second. The reason why we have such a limited response in that whole scenario is because it's not uncommon among the religious world and the Christian world for us to not know what we want.
Right.
It is not uncommon for us to say, all I want is Jesus.
Right.
But Jesus wants you to want more than that. You have him already.
Right.
But like you were saying, he always asked the people, do you want to be made whole?
Right.
Do you want to be healed? While they would rehearse their problem.
Right.
He went to the guy that was at the pool and says, do you want to be made whole?
I've been here all my life. Somebody drags me here every way. But then when I try to step in, it's always excuses. Stop giving excuses. The one that can heal you is right here.
That's the point. That is the point. That story is a bunch of excuses. And after the man gives all those excuses, Jesus still turns around and says, that ain't what I asked you.
Right.
Do you want to be made whole? Yes. Take up your bed then. It was that simple?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Take up your bed. He didn't lay hands on the man. He didn't say ipso.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have your attention.
Still looking for those lost people.
Mr. Derek Starks. Kindly contact guest services by dialing 7000. Once again, would Mr. Derek Starks kindly contact guest services by dialing 7000. Thank you for your attention.
I don't want to tell his family he got left in the Grand Caymans. Let's go. But Jesus didn't say any magical formula. No ipso facto.
Nope.
He didn't say bow 3 times toward the east and say 12 Hail Marys and 4 Our Fathers. He just asked him a question and then gave him the solution.
Right.
I want to be made whole. Good. It was in you in the beginning. Take up your bed and walk.
Right.
And that's one thing that we don't know in religion. I won't say church. In religion. We want it given to us. You know, bless me. Give me, make me, feed me, put food on my table, put clothes on my back. And we don't understand that the food on my table comes from the strength that God gives you to do it yourself.
Right.
See, I didn't get any applause back there.
Right.
Because it brings us to that R word called responsibility.
Right.
If we're looking for Jesus to do it, oh God, give it to me. Oh God, show it to me. And oh God, send it to me. And oh God. And when we do that, we sit back on our seat of religious do nothing.
Right.
And wait for the genie to show up.
Right.
And say, here it is. And it doesn't work like that.
No.
The Bible said a man don't work.
Don't eat.
I still ain't getting nothing back there. I still ain't getting nothing back there. And the one thing that you have been doing since I met you is working.
Yes.
You have been working at the music field,
Right.
and not taking no for an answer.
Right.
And people would talk about you. So I'm just going personal now. People would talk about this tall girl who dressed a certain way and wore certain kind of clothes and never paid attention to what you were doing nor saying. And you never stopped to complain about it. And you just kept going forward and let everyone who had something to say just watch your progress. Because the best way,
I say it all the time.
the best way to get vindication is by being successful.
Right.
It's the Don't Even Come Show.